What's up, guys? I'm a fish, and today I'm going to be continuing my Humanity Restart series. In the last video, India was fully conquered. I mean, not conquered, but claimed, since there wasn't really any wars. Um, Europe got a lot more nations. Africa has two new nations, since it had to be included. And more tensions have rose between Turkey and I'm going to start calling this place Persia. So yeah, these two are for one and number two powers right now. Turkey being number one, Persia being closely behind. Um, the red team fought a war with India and is starting to prove itself as relevant once more. Um, that's about it. There's also there's also three new countries in Southeast Asia too. So that's something. Um, yeah, let's get started. So the first thing that's going to be happening is another war. In the last video, Turkey wanted to invade this country, but they couldn't because they're allied with Persia now. Um, so they instead went up to their former ally with the light blue team and invaded them instead. They didn't annex all of the land, but they got like the important parts. They got all the coastline in the Black Sea. And at the time, there was like two other major cities, so it didn't really matter too much about all this. But now it's developed a little bit more. Now there's five major cities here. And what's also happened is the peace treaty between the light blue team and Persia has expired. And as I stated in the last video and in this video, these two are rivals. They don't want each other getting any power that the other can prevent. Like they want to stay stronger than one another. Currently, Turkey is stronger. That might change soon. Who knows? Anyway, I think you guys can lead on to what's happening. Persia is going to go ahead and invade the light blue team. Um, hopefully it goes well. Um, so the war is going to start with forces that were stationed over here, moving their way up and very quickly capturing all of this area right here. And hold on, I gotta turn the tolerance down. There we go. Taking all of this area right here, pushing up the rivers, and actually turn the tolerance back up. Yeah, okay, that's good. Wait, is that good? Okay, whatever. Yeah, they're gonna take all of this. They're gonna push up these rivers and quickly capture all of that. So yeah, as you can see, they're off to a fairly good start. More forces are going to cut off that city from the rest of the country, and then a large army is going to push upwards and capture the capital city. The war doesn't last long because it's at this point where the light blue team just surrenders. I'm sure you all can guess what the peace treaty is going to look like. Yep. So yeah, the light blue team is just completely gone now, which actually leaves only three of the no four of the like original civilizations. They were like because we started with actually hmm, never mind, scratch that because it appeared in episode two, not episode one. So yeah, so yeah, scratch that. The next thing that's going to happen, Turkey is also going to do some expanding. I'm sure you all can see the theme of this episode. And they're going to be expanding into the Balearic Islands right here. While they don't really have any interest in Africa, they do have interests in Spain, since it's starting like not Spain, in Iberia. Since all four of these countries here, they're very weak, like they just started existing pretty much. I'd say in the timeline it's only been like a few years. Um, so yeah, they're all really weak, and all this land is here, and it's actually there's a lot of rivers here. It's usable land, unlike the vast majority of Africa, northern Africa, I should say, because there's a lot of rivers down here. Anyway, so yeah, then they're going after claiming the Balearic Islands. They're going to immediately be declaring war on this country right here in uh, I want to say Valencia, but the capital is more in Murcia, so I'm going to call it Murcia. Um, anyway, forces are going to land in both this city and this city up here, and it's not going to take long before the Turkish troops just quickly overrun the country and fully capitulate it. Well, let's see what the peace treaty looks like. I'm sure none of you can guess, actually. Um, it's easier to do this. There we go. Did you guys guess that they would be completely annexed? I bet you didn't. Turkey has expanded a little bit. They're going to they're going to follow this action by claiming all of the land. Okay, basically, they're gonna claim all of Catalonia. All of that right there. Don't know why the camera is freaking out. There we go. Going to claim all that and just okay, why is it just hopping around? Sure. Okay, they'll get all that too. And let me just he's had their turn. They've expanded a bit. Now it's Persia's turn. They don't really have any more nations they really want to invade. So they're going to just claim a bunch of land in modern day Iran. All of that. Now I need to fix all of this, which actually isn't too difficult since there's no rivers here. Yay me, my job is easy for now. Because once I get like down, once I get right like in North America, it's going to be a nightmare. Specifically, the East Coast of the United States. Don't even get me started on Canada. Oh my God, don't get me started on Canada. This place is going to be a nightmare. What's going to be happening next? Well, let's see. The Persia had their turn. It's Turkey's turn again. They are going to, yeah, they're just going to continue to expand. Neither nation really has any targets right now. Oh wait, never mind. Turkey does, huh? Because they now border Andalusia and Portugal. Yay! Just turn again. Except we're actually not going to go to Persia. We're going to go to Bangladesh because as large as they are, they haven't actually fought a war yet, and that is going to change. Out of all of Bangladesh's neighbors, the weakest are probably this country right here, and this country right here, and this country right here. Because the only other ones they border are these two, which are okay strength, then this one, which is also okay in strength. Because Bangladesh is like the really only power of this area for now. Anyway, I also just don't really like this country that much. I'm not going to explain myself. I plead the fifth. Anyways, if they very quickly take this southern region, but unlike the other battles, the other wars, there's actually going to be some fighting between these two. It is going to be an embarrassingly long war for Bangladesh, and it's going to make the pink team look really strong when they're not. You see, Bangladesh's mistake. They prepared invasion from the south a lot more than they did, like a lot more than they did from the east. So that said, east is just completely rolled over, um, and it all just completely falls very quickly. So now all of that is occupied. Bangladesh troops in the south are going to keep pushing up until they meet a large squadron of pink team units that are going to um, manage to push them back a little bit, not too much, but still a victory on their part, which again is good for them, not good for Bangladesh. Um, the front line over here is going to get worse for Bangladesh. Don't ask me how they're doing this bad. Maybe it's all these rivers are allowing them for easy transportation of troops, and they capture that city. It's going to be at this point in the war where they call in Bangladesh goes out to this country and they're like, "Hey, want to help us in this war? You'll we'll pay you with land." And they respond to this. They're going to respond to this by the South rebelling. Let me turn up the pressure size. All of this land right here is going to rebel from Bangladesh. And let me just, yeah, okay, whatever. Make the border a little more defined. This larger brush made it like kind of faded. There's a way to change that, right? I think there is hardness. Is that what it is, or is it spacing? I don't know. Size a little more because I need to fix that now. Wait a minute. Actually, I completely forgot. There's province maps. I need to follow the province map. So, give me 1 second. Uh, I'm probably not even going to cut this because it's going to take like not even 20 seconds. And I'm lazy when it comes to my editing. I want to make sure I don't color over a river here. That's the reason why Canada is going to be such a nightmare, is because I want to avoid coloring over. And as you can see, like 50% of Canada is actually lakes and rivers. And Finland is like the exact same, but on a smaller scale. Um, anyway, back to the focused area. Turn off, turn off the province map. There we go. So yeah, these guys are not going to get involved in the war. They're going to remain neutral, and the South is going to rebel from Bangladesh. So these forces, they're going to just be stuck. They don't know what to do. They can either go north and can keep fighting the pink team, or go south and fight off the rebels. They're going to choose to do neither, become sitting ducks, and get annihilated. So yeah, they're going all of their occupied territory, and the pink team's going to be lost. And at the same time, this city just fell. Rebels are going to rebels are going to push up the coastline. Really should be more major cities at the actually, yeah, looking at like the when looking at like the major city density of like up here in Georgia, actually I think Bangladesh should have a few more major cities. But whatever, I updated the map after I updated major cities after last episode. I don't need to do it again. I'm recording this video the day before it is supposed to release, so I'm gonna have to edit it in the same day, meaning I don't want to do that much work. I'm gonna cut as many corners as I possibly can. So okay, these two forces are going to meet up and agree to not fight each other, because they're not fighting each other. They have a common enemy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, Sun Tzu, Art of War. Yep. A lot more land over here. Oh yeah, now these two cities are completely cut off from the rest of the country. And you're never gonna guess what. Um, I hereby decide more rebels up in the north because I want to. And I almost forgot again, I have to follow this stupid province map. They're not gonna be like this rebel group isn't gonna be super large. It's just gonna be it's gonna be a very small group of people, but um, yeah, that's that second rebel group. Uno segundo. I mind I'm hearing things. So yeah, I feel like it's becoming pretty clear that Bangladesh is not doing good. So they're going to surrender. Let's go ahead and look at that peace treaty. This is what the peace treaty looks like. As you can see, our two new states got independence. And the pink team, they didn't really get that much land, but they got these four provinces, they got this province, and they got these two provinces. Um, also, I think something I forgot to mention, the reason Bangladesh was invading them was because of the religion map. That country, the pink country, like it has its own religion, but it's dying out. The vast majority of the country is either this pink religion that um, origins from Bangladesh, or this blue religion that origins from uh, I want to say this one was first. It was either this one or this one, because obviously I added these to the episode after, and this one. This one is like pretty split. Same with this one, I believe. Um, anyway, and now we have our first case of border gore in India, and really in the world. I don't really see anywhere else where you would call it border gore. Oh, wait, never mind. Ethiopia. What is this? I'm gonna give that independence next episode. Oh, no, I'm gonna make Ethiopia get invaded by the red team. That's gonna happen. You know what? I'm going to do some quick expansion down here in Southeast Asia before we move back into the interesting stuff. This is what Southeast Asia looks like now. There's no new civilizations just yet. I just wanted to expand the countries a little bit because, I need to focus on expansion. Um, anyway, whose turn was it? Was it Turkey's turn or Persia's turn? I don't know. Let's go with, I think it was Persia's turn, but let's go with it was Persia's turn. What are they gonna do though? What? Persia is going to invade. They're going to do the largest event in this episode, and they are going to invade the Lime team. So they're going to prepare the forces. Um, and yeah, even if, okay, Turkey, like Lime, okay, the Lime country is a big country. It would take a while to like fully occupy all of it. But even if Turkey joined the war, pretty much all of the Lime Team's major cities are right next to Persia. You got one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, one, two, three, four, five, six right here. Another three lined up right there, and two more down here. That leaves two cities that aren't any. Yeah, no, it is three cities because it's this one down here. Um, yeah, three cities that aren't right next to Persia. So yeah, they're gonna invade. They're going to start with actually let me get there we go. Actually, it's not yeah, okay, sure that works. Yeah, they're gonna push down south. um, and fight. The first major battles of the war are going to take place near this city, which is going to be a green team. Actually, they're both green. Going to be a Persian victory. Yeah. After taking that city, they're going to immediately push down and cut off this city. So they're going to slowly starve it out, while more forces push up and take more cities up here. We're going to immediately take those two. They're right next to each other. They're going to go over, take this one, then act like they're going to take that one. Then they're distracted. Take the capital. Boom. That easy. That easy to outsmart the Lime team. There's a reason they're not the number one power anymore. Haven't been for a while. Um, and actually, that reason is because of that's the reason. So it looks like Persia's killing them twice. Okay, they're gonna occupy all of that. Oh, and they're also at this point, this city has fallen. And that leaves the capital city. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major cities captured, including the capital city. So yeah, they own like half the country right now, despite not owning that much land. Despite not occupying that much land, they've taken over half. Um, and me bringing up Turkey earlier was actually important because they're in two now. But again, they can't really get anything. Like they'll get this port city and maybe all this land right here. Gonna get that far before Lime Team surrenders to Persia. So yeah, let's look at how these two decide to split up the Lime Team. So this is what the peace treaty looks like. As you can see, the Lime Team no longer exists. So Persia got the vast majority. They got these two cities down here and like all of these. Turkey got two provinces, and one major city. It's hard to see on the province map. Hold on. There, right there. And the rest, what was left of the Lime Team, collapsed. The Lime Team, after this war, the Lime Team government just completely collapsed into three separate states. This bottom state right here, the purple one, split due to religious differences. And then the other two split because of just simply different political views. All right, and the last thing that is going to happen in this video is the Turkish invasion of Crimea. Ukrainian nation up here, they hold on to Crimea, which is pretty valuable land when it comes to dominance in the Black Sea. It also has two major cities as a bonus. So yeah, Turkey's going to invade it. They want it. If you know anything about Turkish history, is that they like this area, and right here. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to land up there and land right there. Quickly swoop in and occupy the south, and they're basically at the very start of the war going to occupy all of Crimea. But Ukraine isn't going to push for a peace treaty there. They're even as the Turkish take more and more land, Ukraine is just going to continuously refuse a peace treaty. Eventually, they're going to start fighting back and actually make gains in Crimea. All of these forces over here are going to be defeated, and there's going to be just a long series of battles between Ukraine and the Turkish in Crimea. The Turkish are going to attempt like to flank by going up in here, and this is going to go incredibly successfully for the Turkish. They're going to capture all of this land and push back behind the forces that were fighting Crimea. to avoid being encircled, they retreat, causing Crimea to be fully occupied once more. These two front lines connect, and then in the following weeks, the front line starts to look something like this, which actually looks suspiciously close to the front line in real life, which was not my intent. But either way, the capital is occupied. Um, Ukraine doesn't really. I guess they're gonna have to sign a peace treaty now. They've lost the capital city. They've capitulated. Although they still have 5 cities, whatever. Except you were wrong, because I actually decided I want them to. I guess capitulation doesn't really work unless if they still have cities, major cities. So never mind. They're gonna keep fighting, manage to retake the capital, but other than that, they're not gonna make that much gain land-wise. Um, Eventually, Turkey's going to get the citizens of Turkey are going to be tired of the war and call for a peace treaty. So Turkey's going to call a ceasefire with Ukraine and sit down and um, look for a peace treaty that minimizes Ukrainian loss. So they actually have, so they're more likely to accept it, but they are going to once more decline. They are going to keep fighting for their homeland. Few more weeks pass. That wasn't okay. I accidentally colored a little bit in Crimea by mistake. It probably wasn't even noticeable, but whatever. I had to fix it. Eventually, in the following few more weeks, these are the front lines. This war is going to be like a lot of back and forth. Crimea itself is going to remain under Turkish control for the majority, just since they have it currently, and it's Crimea is a very difficult region to invade since you either have to invade navally or through right here, which can easily be heavily defended, and Turkey has a much superior navy. Um, so you, eventually they will sit down for a peace treaty. So let's look at that peace treaty. So yeah, this is a peace treaty. All they took was Crimea, which was expected. It's all they were really looking for. They wanted Crimea. Um, so yeah, now they control the Black Sea. Nobody has. I mean, they control the Bosphorus Strait, which pretty much grants you uh, dominance of the Black Sea, anyways. They also had like half the coastline. But now they have more dominance. Um, so yeah, um, okay, when it comes to like expansion, Persia Persia's gained a lot in this video. You can see a bunch of major cities right here that they took from the Lime team, and you can tell they were from the Lime team because of this stupid annoying line I forgot to get rid of. While Turkey gained a bit in Spain, including the Balearic Islands and Crimea, and one port city in the Sinai Peninsula. Um, Persia gained what was left of the light blue team, which was like 5 cities, and then one, two, three, wait, 9 cities from the Lime team. So yeah, Persia. Honestly, Persia might be number one right now in terms of strength because of how many major cities they got. Um, oh yeah, another thing. Yeah, Bangladesh lost a war, I guess. Yeah, that's about all. Um, Hope see you guys in the next video. Bye.